more behind. And what we're doing with the promos from now on is always going to be the same format. We will do the interview with the guys, the vendors. We will do the blog post. We will sort of map it out, make it visual so you can see exactly what's happening. And I will map out a tool. It could be a plugin. It could be a desktop tool that will fit that particular promo. I will look and see what's the missing pieces that I think is the missing pieces anyway, or something that we can add that would add more value to that particular product that we're promoting, and then we will get it built. So there's always going to be a slight delay because, you know, I don't always get to look at the promos like a week or two ahead of time. Sometimes it's just a day or two. Sometimes it's even on the same day. But when I do it, I will map out something like that. If I can't map out something, I'm not going to promote it. So that means we can add extra value to whatever we're doing. And I'll cover some of the bonuses we did for Syndlab as well. I think we did WordPress RSS Extreme. We did the Twitter RSS Extreme. You guys should have those now. If you do not have those now, then I need to sort of break free from the launch and make sure that we can get everything delivered. But they're done. I've got them installed in here and they are done. They're ready to go. So if you haven't got them, we will get them. Hopefully today we've taken one extra person for support as well, which should help quite a lot, because Stephanie and Ella are kind of overloaded at times with various stuff that's going on, especially Ella. I tend to overload things in him with tech support. That's why he's sometimes not that responsive. Anyway, I've taken one extra person for support and she's been fantastic in the launch. So I know that I can give her a task like this and it will get done properly, because she's very, very good at paying attention to details. So my apologies for the delays. It's not intentional. We have got the stuff done. We will always deliver, even if there's a delay in getting it out. It will always be delivered and it will always be a good quality bonus as well. So that's what we're going to do, and I'll cover some of these tools in just a second as well. Okay. Richard, only just started. I've been trying to syndicate the WordPress site. Some are okay, but some failed. Some failed for the accounts that was in the Syndlab account. All right, Jeff, thanks. I've got your Skype. I'm going to add you now. Just accept my Skype request and I will get you sorted out after we've done this training. You're in Sydney, Sydney, Australia, yeah? I hope I've got the right, yeah, okay, right. Okay. There's somebody else wants to come in. I can just give him the link. And let's just post in the groups. Just give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I've got my coder there as well. That's kind of handy. I just need to ask him a couple of questions. Just bear with me a second, guys. I'm going to put this link in the groups so that we can get some more people in. It seems a waste, but don't worry about it. They don't get those bonuses. It's only relevant to people who have got Syndlab. Okay, that's one group. Let me just do the other one as well and get that in there. There we go. Right. Okay, sorry for that. Right now, Jeff, I've just added you on the Skype. Did you accept me? Okay, just accept me when you go into the Skype. Right, Richard, you have the syndication failed error from message sites running Divi. Ah, so it's the theme, it's the plugin that's holding it back. Maybe it's a Flash. That's interesting. What you can do, what we had to do actually, Richard, was we put Profit Builder on one of our sites for doing the sales pages and stuff, and it was clashing with the theme. And what we did is we just created a new WordPress folder. So we had something like /offers, and it was a completely new WordPress site. And often I do that as well, especially with the RSS plugins, because they can clash with some other things as well, where I would do /free free SEO tools or something like that, and be able to put all those plugins in there. So never be afraid to do that. Just don't put too many plugins, obviously, on those extra WordPress folders, so that it doesn't slow down your site too much, and do the normal sort of site speed stuff that you need to do, just the basic stuff, which you can get done on Fiverr these days for $5. So it's always worth investing to get something like that done. But that's probably the best idea if you're getting a clash with DiviTheme. Okay. No problem, Jeff. Just whenever I've requested there, and I can get you sorted out just to make sure you get bonuses. All right. So anyway, let's come back over here, and we've got a couple of new people coming in from the groups. I think Adrian should be coming in. David is here. Rui, Gordon. Okay, good. We've got some more people coming in. Great. Okay. So what I'm going to cover. It was for the Syndlab's bonus, but it's not really relevant to people who don't have the Syndlab. But if you don't have Syndlab and you're using something like Syndwire, you can just replace Syndlab for Syndwire if you really want to. I like Syndlab. I know it doesn't have as many accounts in it, but you can add as many sort of accounts as you want to. As far as, I think if you purchase the OTO1, was it OTO1, you can add unlimited accounts. And that makes it pretty cool, and because we can do tiered linking from that OTO1 sort of version onwards. And I knew that this was going to put the price up because the features that we needed, especially for the WordPress plugin that comes with Syndlab, that was on OTO2. So we offered 2 brand new WordPress plugins that I got created specifically for this promo. Okay, and it did take a week or 10 days to get them created, but we have got them, and I will cover those in today's webinar as well. Okay, so if you don't have Syndlab but you do have Syndwire, you can use more or less the same kind of structure. But what I want to cover today is how I would use it. Okay, now I've kind of moved on a lot from the days when I was doing a lot of the black hat SEO stuff. I still do, but not quite as aggressive as what I used to do. I guess I've just evolved a little bit as a marketer, and I've tried, to focus more on conversions, focus more on sort of growth of my own sort of products and stuff like that. And it's given me a different sort of viewpoint from what I had maybe even 3-4 years ago, when we were doing a lot of black hat stuff at that time. And I was doing black hat right up until then, for quite a long time, and you will see a lot of the SEO guys eventually kind of come to that sort of that kind of place. The guy Ryan Stewart from WordPress, pretty much the same. I mean, he's a fantastic SEO guy, and he really does get the white hat SEO stuff as well. Now he's more or less completely white hat SEO, but he knows how to do it properly. It's worth following him, and there's a guy called Robbie Richards worth following as well as people like Brian Dean, and even Neil Patel's got some pretty good SEO stuff for the white hat kind of stuff if you want to get into that. And I kind of find myself somewhere half and half, and there's a little bit of a conflict internally with me with this, because I can't help create strategies that are really grey hat, black hat kind of strategies, but I'm kind of still moving into that white hat mentality. So what I try to do is focus on what my goal is to begin with. Okay, my goal is always from the money side. Okay, so what I've done in here is I've created a little mind map of how we can do blog promotion for money sites for June 2017. Okay, and you can see in here I've got quite a lot going on, and all of this can happen with one blog post, and this is what I am going to set up. Okay, all of this is exactly what I'm going to set up, so that we've got instant boost social shares, backlinks, tiered linking happening as soon as I publish a blog post. Okay, and this set up properly could be very, very, very powerful. Okay, and I've even got one that I've missed out in here that we can use as well, which I've added up here. So let me give you the link for this. and I will go through it and I will show you the plugins that we did for the bonuses as well. Okay, and I will show you them as we go along. So I'll put this into the chat box. If anybody's got any questions, just put them in and I will get to them when I can. Hi, David. Okay, let's see how many people now. 8. Okay, it's better than having 2, I guess, but we've got 8 people. Right. I did mention at the beginning, guys, before you come in, maybe that we have got all the bonuses ready for the Syndlab promotion. We got part of the Social Zen promotion. He's still to do the accounts, but I think we've got all 50 Syndlab accounts, but not everybody filled in the workflow form, so we can't get them delivered. So if you haven't filled in the form, then let me know. Just PM me and Skype if you got my Skype. If you do not have my Skype, then give me yours in this questions box, and I will add you, and we can get you sorted out today. So the bonuses were the YouTube RSS plugin we gave away for, I think, WP video sites, and I think also was for Syndlab. I could be wrong. I've got it written down somewhere. So the Syndlab one was the WordPress RSS Extreme, and I think, yeah, WordPress RSS Extreme and the YouTube RSS Extreme. And then for the Social Zen promo, we gave another one, a different one away. It was called Twitter RSS Extreme. Now, if you missed any of those promos and you want to get any of those plugins, I will probably introduce them again in the next sort of promo that we do. Okay, so what I was saying at the beginning, anytime I do a promo from now on, it's going to be, you know, focused on one promotion of a tool that I really like, and we will build a tool or a plugin, could be a desktop tool or a plugin, to fit that particular promo. Okay, I will look for the missing pieces or how we can make it better. We will create a little tool that does it, and then we will do the promo. Okay, but it's always going to be done fresh. It will be a new tool every single time. So just keep an eye out for when we do have promos. I don't do them, you know, every day. I did do a test with a new system for doing promotions, which I will do some training on that kind of stuff as well. If anybody's interested, how to do sort of product launch promotions. And we hit the leaderboard on 2 with 2. We topped the leaderboard on 2 promotions for WP video sites and for Syndlab. And then I tried it with another one that was got nothing to do with SEO, which was the Social Zen. I didn't get as much traffic because it wasn't an SEO product, and all my list is SEO guys. But we did have very, very high conversions for the traffic we did get. So I know that it's working. So I explained this strategy, or I explained this promotion system, launch promotion system to Abyss. And Abyss is now topping the leaderboard for my social traffic jacker launch. So this works really, really well. But you do need an email list, and I want to get into that kind of training so very, very soon. So keep an eye out for those kind of webinars coming up, and it will probably be part of the membership that myself and Abyss are going to be creating. And I will teach you how to build an email list, and I will teach you how to do that strategy exactly so that you can get a lot of sales, and I will teach you where you can get tools done very, very cheaply as well, because some of these tools do not have to be expensive. WordPress plugins are cheaper to get done than anything else. I mean, if you get a desktop tool done, it's going to cost you probably about double more, double the price. So I will teach that strategy, and it's working. We've seen it 4 times in action so far, and it's working. And that's why I hit 3 promotions very, very quickly. I was testing, really, was testing at that particular time, but it works, and it works really well. And both myself and Abyss, we had a whole bunch of teams underneath us, you know, where people team up, like Abby and Cyril and Mike from Maine and Brett and all these guys. They're all teaming up, and we still maintained our top spot. And I don't see anybody catching Abyss as well. So this system works very, very well. So watch out when we do that webinar and that kind of training if you're into that kind of stuff. Because it's very, very important. There's a lot of people out there, people that you would be very, very familiar with, who cannot do that stuff and don't know how we are doing it, which is pretty cool. Right, now, Jeff, you didn't receive the application form for the bonus. Okay, I'm going to get a new tool today to be able to automate this whole process, okay? Jeff, I've got you on Skype now. I will connect with you after, okay? Richard, yeah, that's what you need at the moment. I tell you why I want to bring this kind of stuff in is because as much as we all love SEO kind of stuff, we all love the latest, greatest tactics about manipulating Google and the mass backlinking and all that. It can be pretty exciting, but it can also be a hobby, and we have to make money. It doesn't mean you stop your hobby, but you can fund it, okay? You can fund it if you know how to do the promotions. And it's not that hard. It's really, really not that hard. So it's going to be the first thing probably that I teach when we do the membership, and I will let Abbas go with the SEO stuff, and I will teach more of this kind of stuff, the conversion stuff, the marketing, and some money-making stuff, so that you can see, you know, in real time how to do it and how we beat those people off, how we beat off those top vendors, top affiliates, sorry, even when they are working in teams, which is pretty cool, and it's real. And we've got tons of case studies now, and we will have more as well. Okay, so Syndlab best practices. I'm doing this from the perspective of me having a money site. When I have a money site and I put effort into making a blog post, that blog post typically is going to take me not less than 3 hours. Okay, so once we've done that kind of work, we need to be able to maximize it. Okay, now there's multiple ways that we can maximize a blog post. We can get maximization from getting interaction from social signals. We can get interaction via being sort of recommendations, especially from influencers, and this is what all the white hat SEO guys do, so that they get a lot of traffic. Okay, we can get extra interaction from using things like real social shares from membership sites, and I will cover some of those ones as well. Where other people, it's real people that are sharing your content. Just be careful with that though, because if they're sharing content and they're coming onto your blog just for a few seconds and bouncing off again just to do the share, it can backfire, okay? It can go the opposite way. So it really needs to be tested a little bit more. It might be wiser to use a YouTube video linking into WordPress and get the shares there where, you know, that interaction is happening on YouTube instead of actually on the WordPress site, because if it reduces your dwell time for people just doing a share, then it's kind of a waste of time. It's counterproductive and it's hard to recover from. Okay, so we will test that probably over the next sort of month or so, and I'm going to bring in some people just for testing some strategies, and we will give them free tools and stuff to work with, as long as they follow exactly step by step. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to be starting a Skype group for that later today or tomorrow, just for testers, but it needs to be people who are actually testing and doing exactly what I'm asking, because I can't always get to do the stuff myself. Okay, right, okay, so what I want to do is cover this. So let me just try and make this bigger. Now this is pretty cool stuff, because if we can automate this as I've described it here, then it is actually very, very powerful. So we have a blog post and we have spent time on it, and now we want to get some backlinks, we want to get some social shares, and we want to get some traffic, okay, which is the most important thing, getting traffic, but we want to get good quality traffic as well. Now there's multiple ways that we can do this, but let's cover some of the automation stuff that we can do first. Okay, now the first thing I want to do these days when I create a blog post is use the WP Video Sites plugin from Abbas. It's a very, very good plugin. Okay, I haven't properly got to use it myself yet, but I've seen the results that Abbas has got. Okay, and we can do a lot from doing that. This is giving us internal linking. It's a one-way internal linking system into our blog post. Okay, now we do know that when we create a blog post that we need to be doing outbound links, and we need to be doing internal links, okay, from the blog post itself. So we've got two kind of links happening in the blog post. We want to link out to relevant content. We want to link out ideally to something that's got a high domain rating with Ahrefs, or basically an influencer site, okay, or authority site. It doesn't have to be Wikipedia, okay, it can be like an influencer site. So if I'm doing it for SEO, it's easy for me. I know where to go. I can go to link to a blog post from Ahrefs blog, or from Backlink, or from WordPress, or from Robbie Richards or something like that. And it doesn't always have to be to link to another blog post. You can link to a YouTube video as well, okay, if you want to do it that way. And that way you've got your outbound links happening. You can even do it using an infographic where you're linking out from the infographic. Just make sure you're linking out to a quality authority site when you're doing it. So with that sort of happening and with the WP video sites, then we can get into the other stuff. So let's have a look at the Twitter RSS Extreme. Now this one I think we gave only so far with the Social Zen promotion, but I will put this one in the next promotion we do. So anybody who wants to get a hold of this, you can do. Now what this does, come over here, what this does, normally what we would do is we assign an authority account, we authorize it via the plugin with your main Twitter account. Okay, once it's authorized, any tweet that I put in here is going to be the main account tweet. So I would do a tweet in here, and then afterwards that tweet will be showing here in the drop down menu. Okay, so then I can put in a title, I can put in a description. Don't forget, this is for Twitter, so you need to keep it under 140 characters, and we can put a link, and ideally you want to use something like a bit.ly link or something like that. Okay, title and description actually for your dashboard, and here we need to put in, no it's not, yes it is, sorry I haven't used it yet, Stephen tested this for me, bear with me a second. Yeah, this is for your dashboard, the Twitter title and description in here. This is going to retweet that main tweet, so you can put in unlimited Twitter accounts in here. You could go to someone like Buy Accounts, is it Buy Accounts by ACCTS.com or something like that. You can go and purchase aged Twitter accounts. You can buy Twitter accounts that's been phone verified. You can buy Twitter accounts that's got full profiles done, etc. And you can put as many in here as you like. Okay, and whenever you activate from here, whenever you want to choose the tweet, give it a title, description, add the link to the tweet that you did, put in all the Twitter accounts in here. This is going to get them to retweet. Now I will be taking this further. I'm going to randomize retweets and likes, okay, so that we've got a sort of mixture happening and not just one kind of interactivity, because it looks a little bit not normal. But that is a very, very good little tool just there. This is a fantastic little tool to be able to use, and that means we can go and get a whole bunch of Twitter retweets and stuff, and we can get stuff happening on Twitter so that we can get some social signals. Ideally, those accounts that you're going to be using, you can set up some automation into them as well, which I'll probably cover in another webinar for Social Zen, and I think that one is tomorrow, which anybody can attend if you want to. And I will show how we can do that very, very quickly via RSS feeds into those Twitter accounts. And what we can do is we can mash some RSS feeds to post into those accounts and have it all happening on automation just to make those accounts look more real. Okay, so that's the first one that I would be doing then, is to be able to get that Twitter RSS feed. Now the IFTTT tiered links, I was going to recommend where you can go and buy that, but right now we're working on the IFTTT tool, and I've started to get some screenshots come over from Gumpal, and he has showed me some, you know, incredible stuff, and it's a wizard where we can basically, we can drag and drop. You know, we can take like a YouTube account, put it up here, and we can decide, almost like a mind map, where we can drag and drop for the syndication. And then we can go and create these rings, and we can interlink them and stuff like that. It's going to be a fantastic tool, and I'm hoping that it's going to be ready by the end of this week. So I don't recommend you go and buy these links that I've got here from the IFTTT networks, but you will be able to do this kind of stuff yourself. Okay, so let me see if I can find that particular one. You will be able to do stuff like this, but look at the price this guy is charging for this, and we will be able to automate that hopefully by the end of this week. Okay, that's pretty cool stuff that we can do. So ignore this link for now unless you really want to go and get it. It's going to be a lot cheaper using my tool when it's done. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get that Twitter tiered linking system, just like I showed you, just like that diagram where you've got multiple rings, because it's going to be so super easy to do. And you're going to be linking into your WP video sites. Now, how we do that is we take the category RSS feed. Okay, every WordPress site, we can get a category RSS feed, and it will look something like this. For the category, it's going to look something like this. Your site.com, and then it's going to have whatever your category is, the name of your category, and then feed. It's as simple as that. Okay, don't forget that video sites always creates an extra folder with WordPress on it. So you might have something like WP video, which is a new WordPress site in itself, and then category, and then feed. It's very, very easy. I think Abbas is actually built into the tool where you can get that link. Okay, and we can use that link from the video sites and put it through the IFTTT linked tiered linking system. Okay, very easy to do. You can set it up one time and let it run. It runs basically forever. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is similar with the IFTTT stuff for Blogger. Now the Blogger accounts, within those accounts that we got done for Syndlab, we'll have a sidebar with all the profile links. So this Blogger account that he has created for me here, it will have in the sidebar link to this Evernote, link to this Dailymotion, to this Medium, to this Instapaper, Tumblr, LiveJournal, WordPress.com, Twitter, etc., etc. Okay, he's given me 2 Medium accounts actually, or I'm not sure how that happened. I've got 2 Medium accounts in there. And basically, all those links will be in the sidebar. So what we want to do from that is we want to take the Blogger RSS feed, okay, and from there we can syndicate from Blogger into another tiered IFTTT system, okay, where we're using those rings just like that diagram I showed you from the guy on Fiverr. This is going to be super, super easy for us to do. Okay, we might not have as many accounts as some of those guys on Fiverr have. I think he managed to do about 18 accounts. They're not always going to work 100%. What we can do is we can have a core, and what we need to do with a tool like that is we need to understand that we are working on numbers, so that we have to create maybe more rings with less amount of accounts in it. Okay, obviously we cannot create accounts on places like Facebook or YouTube or Blogger, etc., but you can purchase those from buyaccounts.com, and you can add them into the system as well. I'll put a place in the software where we can add those, so that you can do the drag and drop with those accounts. Okay, so the IFTTT stuff definitely has got to be done 2 ways. So we can do it from the Blogger. The Blogger account will be linking into the blog post as well. So this Blogger account here, you want to do this from a branded Blogger account. This is the best way to use Syndlab, guys. This is the best way to use Syndlab, is create one main branded group of accounts. So when we're in Syndlab, we can go into the account groups, and we can click on add a group. We can click on add. Oops, I've got to give that a name. Let's say I'm going to call this one branded AnthonyHayes.me. Okay, I'll just abbreviate it for simplicity. Okay, I can create my account, and then we can assign some accounts. And here, simply hold down your control button when you're doing this, and you can get all of these. Okay, I've got some more. Hopefully I've got all of them now, have I? No. Okay. There we go. So I could have this as a branded account, for example, and assign it. Now all I want to do once I've assigned that is I want to know the RSS feed for the Blogger, or I want to attach the Blogger into an IFTTT account. Either way can work, okay? Either way can work. So I want to take that Blogger, and then I'm going to be doing my syndication from there. And that will happen like this. So I've got my main Blogger account. It's going to be a high quality Blogger as well. Blogger account as well. We will put a theme in there, and that theme that we put in there will have important links to my main Twitter account, the YouTube channel, that kind of stuff. All your main sort of profiles we can put again in there. Okay, so there's 2 types of Syndlab accounts that we want to use. We want to use persona accounts, and we want to use branded accounts. And you can do all of that with Syndlab, which is one of the reasons I really like it, because you cannot, you know, it's not that expensive. You can do a lot with this by using unlimited accounts. You cannot go wrong, basically. You can just add multiple accounts again and again and again. All right, let's come back over here. Oh, actually, before I forget, I mentioned for the guys that just came in that we do have some extra accounts that I ordered about 50 or something like that. Not everybody has filled in their details to get them. So any extra accounts I got, I will spread them out equally with the guys who purchased Syndlab from my account, from my promo, okay, so that you can get some extra accounts. And you guys on the webinar, you will get prioritized. So we can give you an extra account. I'll get them put into your Syndlab accounts as long as we have your details and your purchase information, etc., from purchasing from my link. Okay, so we've got a lot happening already with just those simple things. The Twitter RSS is extremely easy to do, and we can do the same again with the Twitter RSS feed, and we can be doing the tiered linking from IFTTT. That's the one I said I missed out, okay? There might actually be two that I missed out where we could do that. And again, it all comes back to IFTTT for the tiered linking. Okay, now WordPress RSS Extreme. This, let me show you. Bring it over here. Now this is given away with, as a bonus, I think, for the Syndlab one. I can't remember if we gave it out for WP video sites. If not, I will put it into the next promo. Okay. Now what we can do here is you can see down here the categories. So what we're doing is we are creating a mash of RSS feeds from every single post. Okay, we're taking every single post RSS feed plus the category RSS feed and we're mashing it up. Okay, so if I click on mash here, it's going to give me this link over here, I think. Oh, we can put multiple links in here as well. Anybody ever seen Lisa Allen's RSS Authority tool that she's got? This is kind of similar, where if you want to, you can put some additional RSS feeds in here from authority sites. Maybe you want to take from people's YouTube channels or something. You can do that. Give it a title, give it a description, give it a link, and basically you can just submit and it's going to mash it up. Now the next step for this is to send that mashed URL over to FeedBurner. So let's try and do something in here. I'll just put in the feed for one of my main websites. Let me just go and grab, take this here. And we can do this in real time so you can see it instead of me just talking about what it does. You can watch it. Okay, RSS feed for any RSS URL actually for any WordPress site is going to be /feed. You can do it after category as well. Okay, and we'll put in here SEO webinar web promotion strategies or something like that. Just put your keyword in there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and we can put in some authority sites in here as well. So let's go and get let's go and put backlink up. Okay, I forgot the /. Oh boy, those typos are going to be happening a lot. Okay, so description for speed, I'm just going to copy from here. And link, we can link to anywhere. This is where we would link to the blog post that we have done. So I'm going to make up a blog post, which I will do after this webinar anyway. Okay, and I will put a link in here. So I would have something like blog promotion 2017, something like that. Okay, and we can click on submit. Now what it's doing is it's smashing up all those RSS feeds, but something went wrong. Damn it. Let's take this one out in case it's not a WordPress. I'll try it one more time. Let's take out this one then. Nah, sorry guys. I need to, this is getting really, really tiresome. We keep sending the same thing back to the same coder and getting the same results coming back again and again. I will get this fixed today. We need to get this out today. Okay, what we normally have is we'd have a mashed up feed, which then the next step would be to send it over to FeedBurner. Okay, once we got the FeedBurner RSS feed, we can look at the post that we created within that RSS feed URL. We can look at everything that's inside it, inside FeedBurner. So if you've got blog posts with featured images, it's going to show you the images, which I was hoping to show you right now, where we can see all the different posts that's been created from the post RSS feeds and from the category RSS feed. And then we take that FeedBurner RSS feed and we send it to RSS pinging directories and also RSS syndication directories as well, okay, where we can go and post to, you know, a whole bunch of RSS directory sites at one time. That's what's supposed to happen. I'm getting a little bit embarrassed with this kind of stuff keep happening because we have sent it back multiple times to the coder. So I will definitely get this fixed today as a priority because it's just gone too long now, it's gone too far. But that's supposed to happen. So we can do that anyway once it's fixed, and we can have that Twitter RSS and the WordPress RSS all happening. Now, what about getting real shares from real people? Okay, there's three ways that we can do this, 4 ways we can do this. Okay, there's a site called blogpros.com. It's a membership site. It's got a good reputation, and what they do is they syndicate your content via other people looking at your content, deciding it's good enough that they want to share it. A lot of these people have got big social followings. Okay, they're kind of influencers, sort of authority people within their own niches as well. There is multiple niches as well within these kind of sites. It's the same with Viral Content B. Now, I haven't used Blog Pros yet, but I did see the reviews, and it's something I'm going to take for my sites as well. I want this automated where we can put an RSS feed and we can assign some credits that we want to give to people who share. Okay, now I've seen this happening really well with this one, Viral Content B. I've seen the short URL stats when we create an RSS feed and we create a post, it will publish into the Viral Content system that they have got, okay, and it will give you a short URL link from Bitly. You can see the stats from that short URL link. I've seen often more than 1,000 times that's been clicked. That's more than 1,000 visitors came to my site just from that one service, okay? So it's kind of important that we do that if your content is getting recommended by people who have got a big social following, okay? So you're getting basically recommended by an influencer, and that's why these are very, very important, okay? Even though they cost a little bit of money, if you're doing a blog or a WordPress site that's important to you, then definitely do one of these at least, okay? The next one is to go to a site called Get Reviewed, okay? This is people that have got traffic on their blogs. This is people who have got big audiences. It does cost a little bit of money. Let's go and have a look and see how much it costs. Click on the link. And you can see that I've linked to the FAQ section in here. And what you can do is you can order a review. Now, this could be for a blog post. It could be for an offer that you have got. It could be for sales page if you want for a product. Possibly even could do it for an affiliate product, but I probably wouldn't do it that way. Okay. And these guys that are sharing the content, they have already got they're already high quality blogs. They've already got traffic, and they're already influential as well. So you've got to pay them a bit of money, but it can bring a lot of traffic by doing that. So if you've got something, especially in the internet marketing niche, and you're doing high quality content, this is definitely worth doing. I'm definitely going to be doing this one. I haven't got around to it yet, but definitely going to be doing this one just to see, and I will put the results in the blog post as well once it's done. But this will give you a high quality link. It will give you traffic. It will get you opt-ins as well if you do it properly. And it's not a bad way to do it, okay? Now, you will see again and again that there's people selling sort of guest post gigs and places like Conquer or Fiverr, etc. I would say this is the same thing, but better, okay? where you can actually choose the blog you want to go onto and get a link. It might cost a little bit, but those are going to be high quality links if you choose to, okay? And you can choose the quality of site that you want. For example, Jeff Billis down here, he's got tons and tons of traffic. I think Stuart is in here as well from Niche Hacks. That is a very high traffic blog, okay? If those blogs are linking to you, it's going to boost your own authority, okay? You don't need many of these kind of links, even though that they're expensive, and it's extremely quick and easy to do, okay? And these guys will link to. You can buy it, which is pretty cool. Okay, that will get you traffic. You've got to be able to put a call to action on your site though if you're going to use that, because if you don't, you're wasting it. It's not just for the backlink. You're getting traffic, and we want to maximize that traffic. These I definitely would recommend for viral content one. Blog posts, it looks good. I haven't tried it. Get reviewed. I definitely will be trying that. Okay, so if you've got an internet marketing niche blog, that one could be really good for you. But you can check other sites as well, see what other kind of offers they got on there. Now another one, Syndlab, which probably most of you have heard of. Syndlab works in a network of people who have got only wire accounts. You do not need to have your own only wire account. You can buy it on Fiverr basically, okay? So what we can see down here, let's see if I can find that Fiverr gig. This guy does it, where you can get this guy using his only wire account to link to your blog post, for example, and then he puts it via the Syndlab syndication with other people who have got only wire accounts, and they reshare each other's content, okay? That can be really powerful as well. So if you combine all that kind of stuff, you can see how it's building up, okay? So we've got our RSS stuff happening, we've got internal linking stuff happening, we've got a whole bunch of IFTTT stuff happening as well. We got WordPress RSS, we got Twitter RSS, we're getting Twitter retweets from accounts that we control, okay? We're getting real interaction, social signals from sites like these. We can go and get a really high quality backlink and traffic and, you know, something nice written about us as well, linking to that blog post. And we can get this Syndlab stuff happening as well, which gets us even more social shares from real people again, okay? You can see how it's all coming together, where we got that power happening. Now the last one is missing letter, okay? I think I showed this in the webinar last week. Excuse me, let me just open up here. And this is something that you can use from your main social accounts, okay? And what you can do in here, if I click on campaigns in here, okay, you can see I have got 2 active campaigns in here. I've got some waiting for review. So let's go and take one of these, and we will review the campaign in real time. Okay, now what we're doing is we're adding in here our main social accounts, our branded social accounts. You can have more than one branded social account. And what this is going to do is going to schedule to keep reposting your content, your best content, again and again and again, all the way up to 1 year, okay? And it takes probably about 5 minutes to do, but it's actually very good. So what I'll do in here is I'm going to put in here WordPress SEO, and I'll click on that. It's kind of calculating the average retweets. I don't know how accurate it is. I don't really care. I just want this scheduled to be happening into the future, okay? So you can see here, average 6 retweets. That's fine. I don't really care too much. Let's move this one up. It's not got any retweets in there for that particular hashtag. It doesn't really matter to me, okay? The hashtag stuff for some people work really well. And for me, I haven't tested it enough to really know the difference, okay? So we've got WordPress SEO. We could do something else like, say, blog promotion. Something like that. Okay, or content marketing or something like that. Let's put that in there. So that's step 1. You can see we got 3 steps that we need to do. Okay, let's go and look at the content. Now what this is doing, it's going to take images from your blog post, and it's going to make images as well from some parts of text on your blog post too. Okay, so you can see here it's got some images. It's making images from some text, and here it's got some parts of your content. Okay, so here you can see it just published a new article, and it's got the hashtags, it's got the link. So what I want to do is, I don't like this image here. Okay, really don't like this image here. So what I want to do is click over here to get some image suggestions from the blog post. Now these text images are okay if they don't put too much text. You've got to remember, on social media people just don't want to read a lot of text. They're kind of scanning. So let's remove this one, and we're going to replace it. Let's see if I've got a video sites one in here. No. Okay, this is one from that blog post. Okay, so we got this happening here. No, it's not from blog post. We'll keep it there anyway. So we can change the image. We can choose images. Let's see if we've got more images on here that we can choose from, because I know that we've got a ton on that particular blog post. Okay, that one. And we can check the text. The text is okay here. And this one we can leave as a text. This one, yeah, keep the testimonial. This one, keep the testimonial here too. This one from the blog posts. Yeah, keep that one. Okay, and we can just go through. I'll just leave it at that for now. Now all I want to do now is check the text makes sense. And it's taking just snippets of text from the blog post, which we can go and edit, because sometimes it's kind of cutting off. Okay, for example, I would spend more time on this, but for the purpose of demonstration, I've got all of this done. Now all I need to do is go and publish this final step. Okay, now what you can see down here is that this will start sharing content from today. Okay, from day 0, which is today. Then in 3 days time it's going to share this one. Then in 7 days time it's going to share this one. Then in 14 days time it's going to share this one. Then after 30 days, after 90 days, but you can edit these all you want. Okay, and all the way up to 1 year, which is pretty cool, because you can set this up just in a few minutes and it's happening all the time in the background. So if you're putting effort into making a blog post, it's worth spending 10 minutes to come and do this. Okay, automatically approve the content. Let's click on yes, and that's it. It's set up. So all of that's happening now in autopilot. Once we have done this, once we have set this system up, there's nothing hard to do here. Now what we can also do with the Syndlab is, once you've got multiple accounts, when you go to do a campaign, I'm just opening a new tab. Campaigns, we can add tiered linking campaigns as well. Okay, so we can give the campaign name a name here. I'm just going to give a number for the post for the purpose of doing quickly, and we can do number of days by total, and I will put over 7 days in total, and I will let that work it out. We can add a tier. The tier is going to be from one of your group accounts, so I've got the branded. Then we can add a tier, and here we can add a persona, and then we can go and create. Now these are the same accounts I've got on both, so I'm not going to create this, but we can have that happening on autopilot as well. Okay, everything here can be done on autopilot as well, which is very cool. And this can be done from inside your WordPress site. So if I go over to WordPress and go into, let's see if I can find Syndlab. Let me just refresh the page over here. I got it here. bear with me. I've got it in here, not in this account. Okay, I just basically added it before the webinar. So you can come over here. Let's see, where are you, Syndlab? Okay, Syndlab in here, you can see that we've got account syndication. So if I open the accounts tab, the syndication tab, the reports, which I don't have any yet, I'll just take a quick look. No, not yet. But we can automate this whole thing from here. So we can click to automate syndication. We can choose the categories we want to use. Okay, so I will always put tutorials, I will always put reviews, and I will always put Alpha Tool strategies, for example. Syndlab test account, I will take the branded. Dripping, yeah, let's do total, and we can put in here over 1 week, okay, and click on save the changes. So that will happen automatically. Everything automated for me, which is very, very, very cool. Now, if I'm into the campaign settings in here, let's see, auto syndication account, just click here. Yeah, everything is connected from the WordPress account to your Syndlab account. Okay, so whenever you make a new blog post, that's happening automatic. But if you want to set it up in Syndlab as well, you've got a little bit more options, which is great if you're doing something very, very important, maybe for a client or something like that. And we can just simply come in, give it a name, where you're syndicating to, how often, how fast to feed it, for the drip feed, sorry, okay. You can start on a specific date or whatever. And here we got some editors. So we got in here for blog, we got for social editor, bookmark. Very, very easy to use. Okay, and we even got video syndication in here as well. So what I did is I've got everything set up here for title, little bit snippets from my blog post. I'm linking to my YouTube video to my blog post. I've got a video embed in here as well. I've got 2 videos in that particular post, one from Josh and one from me. Okay, social editor, again, same thing, where we can put in just a snippet. It's going to take that syndication into the social accounts. Okay, bookmark one, we can add an image, which I took from the sales page from Syndlab, and we got here a video that goes into Daily Motion as well. Now, you don't need to use this. It's entirely up to you, but what I did is I've got a link to the blog post, I've got a link to the YouTube video, and everything is there. And all I need to do is go and save it, okay? Now, I'm not putting any spin tax on that because it's gone into sort of branded accounts. That's what it would be done normally. I do not want to spin that. I've got options to change for each type of social sharing. So you can see here we've got one for bookmarks, we've got one for video, we got one for sort of social or Web 2.0 blogs, for example. And you can put something different in each if you want, but I don't use spin tax. And so the campaign is now in progress. Now, if we're doing that with all of this stuff, and this is important if you're doing anything for clients, is that you've got to be able to optimize their sites as well. This is a very good little system, okay? Most of this is 90% automated. 90% automated, and it can have a major effect just by spending the initial time to set it up. So that's what I definitely recommend, the way to use the Syndlab combined with these other stuff in here, and you can get some really, really good things happening. Now, those Syndlab accounts you could be using via the IFTTT stuff too, okay? You could be linking from the IFTTT. From the WP video sites, if you want to, you could link into one Blogger account here that's got the persona links in the sidebar. So it's getting a lot of backlinks coming from multiple places. There's multiple ways that you can do this, but it's nice, simple, nice, easy, and it's a good system that I will definitely be using myself. Okay, let's see if we get any questions. Okay, Richard, just started as a JVZoo affiliate, need help and nabbies to get started to build a list. We will be covering that list building stuff, Richard. It's not as hard as you think. It's really easy, actually, really easy. It's just taking action and knowing what action to take. It's not that difficult. David, parts of it will be an upgrade. Yeah, it costs $27 in 2014, David, so we need to get money in to maintain it. So what we will do is we will have a light version. We're going to rebrand it. It's going to be called Backlink Synd Alpha. What's in the IFTTT tool now, or what should be in there now, will be working where we have those sequences like the Blogger power feeds and the Tumblr power feeds and stuff like that. All this sort of drag and drop wizard stuff we have to charge for because it's costing a lot of money to get created, and there's a lot of work maintaining it as well. So I need to think about long term. Otherwise we get a situation where people are saying that I ripped them off when there's no money left to get it fixed, you know. So we need to be able to maintain it. So unfortunately, yeah, it has to be an upgrade so that we can maintain it, but it's going to be a fantastic tool, because if you look at the prices these guys are charging for the IFTTT stuff, let's see, IFTTT, like $200 some of these guys are charging for these kind of syndication rings. You know, once you get into their sort of advanced options in here, like this one 55, another one 85. I've seen them up to $200, so you can see how much money you can save. But yeah, I can't sell it for like $27 out, and I can't give all this new stuff to people who did buy it for $27, but I would be fair as I possibly can be, okay, as I always am. And what I always do when we release a new alpha tool is we put it out to my subscribers first, and they can get all of it at a set price, which is there for lifetime. And then after that, I will put it into some kind of a monthly thing for other people. Probably we will do a launch with it as well, but it really does have to be monthly. Whether that's going to happen to my to offers to my subscribers or not initially, I don't know. We might decide to sell it, okay, 197 lifetime, and you've got the drag and drop stuff, but it's expensive to build. It's going to be expensive to maintain as well. Not that easy to maintain tools like that, but we will, if as long as we cover the cost, we can do it, okay? So just keep an eye out. I don't know yet. I need to see, you know, how long it's going to take to get it done, and the estimated maintenance costs as well have to be taken into account. But I can't give it all away for people who bought for $27 3 years ago. I can't. It's just not it's not affordable, and I wouldn't be able to maintain it if I did, and that just upsets people more. Sometimes in that situation it's better not to build it again than upset people. But I don't want to pretend that it's going to be given free when I cannot give it free, okay? I'll be fair. I will be very, very fair, okay? Any other questions, guys? Anything at all? Anything about this system? Who does blogging? Does anybody do blogging? Does anybody do anything with money sites like reviews or stuff like that? Because this system is perfect for that. So if you're doing stuff like for niche sites, very, very good system for that kind of stuff. No questions? Okay. If there isn't any more questions, guys, I'm going to finish the webinar. I will get a recording, and I will make a blog post about this one and put it on the blog as well. Now, anybody still waiting on bonuses? We did create a Skype group for bonuses. Let me get the link for that, so that you can go in there and you can go and request. If it's slow getting a response in that Skype group, by all means PM me, okay? I do know that Stephanie, my daughter Stephanie does the support, but we're bringing in another girl as well to help. But Stephanie's actually away at the moment. She's still working, but she went to see her grandmother in Latvia, so she's kind of limited in her availability. I've got too many Skype chats from this launch with all these affiliates. I can't find them. Just bear with me, I'll get the link for the bonus group. Let me see. Okay, I got it. Copy the link. Okay, this is where you go, this Skype group. If you haven't got your bonuses yet, go in there, request them, okay? And we'll be able to put it in chat box as well. We'll be able to sort of get to you quicker that way. Then you can jump the queue by doing that. Richard, how do you track your syndication to see what's working? For the Web 2 stuff and the social signal stuff, I actually don't. I'm more interested in tracking things like the traffic from the blog post itself. You can see with those membership sites like the Viral Content B one, that they will give you short URLs that you can go and see how many clicks it's had and stuff like that, which I guess is kind of handy just to let you know it's working. But for Web 2 kind of syndication, I don't track it. I'm not that interested in that. Maybe, there's a good reason I should be, but I can't think of one in particular that I really care about. It's a numbers game when you're doing that stuff. It really is just a numbers game to me. If, one set of profiles isn't working, then with tools like we have got, we can go and create another one with a couple of clicks of a button. And that's probably why I don't care. So it's just a numbers game to me. I don't really care how many people, how many backlinks I got from Blogger or how many shares I got to the YouTube video that's linking into the blog post. What it really matters is we've got high quality content and that we're getting traffic coming to it. And traffic can come in multiple ways, not just the SEO stuff, and even to an extent not just the sort of social signals. You will get traffic from your videos on YouTube, on Dailymotion, etc. You will get traffic from affiliates if you're doing products. You can get traffic from posting in forums, a lot of traffic from posting in forums. From places like Pinterest, you can get massive amounts of traffic as well. So, if you've got your main branded sort of accounts for Pinterest and stuff like that, most of them will give you data that you need. And even sites like SlideShare, very, very good for driving traffic as well. I don't know the quality of that traffic, but, nothing wrong with creating one sort of slides PowerPoint with a call to action and use the Adobe Spark like I showed in the last webinar the other day where, you can create slides on YouTube thumbnails and stuff like that with about 1 minute work. You can take one slide and post it into SlideShare just with a headline, a compelling headline and link back, and maybe you will get traffic. I don't know until you try it, but there's multiple ways you can do it. But for tracking stuff, get Google Analytics onto your website. If you don't know how to do that, there's some very, very good guys in here. If I put in here analytics, and there's a couple of guys, they might seem a little bit expensive, like $150 and stuff, but they will set up things like Tag Manager, they will set up Google Console, they will make sure your robots, TXT and everything is sorted properly. They will set up schema markup, all that kind of stuff for $150. So if you've got a site you care about, it's worth doing. It's definitely worth doing if you don't know how to do it yourself. And for me, it's perfect. I don't want to get into that. I don't have time to do it. I'd rather pay somebody $150 and he takes care of that side of stuff, all that sort of technical SEO, if you like, where, he will increase the site speed and all that stuff as well. You can get packages in here in Fiverr that does all of that together for about $150, $200. And to me, that's, a no-brainer. I just want to get it done and move forward. I know it's done. And you can track a lot of stuff then from Google Analytics, and with the new stuff coming with Google Analytics as well, these guys install for you. That's where really I want to see the tracking and stuff, where I'm paying most attention. For, an obscure Tumblr backlink, I don't care. Honestly don't care. It's just a numbers game. It might be different for other people. I don't know. For me, I just don't care. Okay. Any more questions? All right. Okay. I'm going to finish up now, guys. I need to get back to some of this stuff for launch. Richard, LOL is processing your WP video sites bonus. Steph has organized Syndlab bonus account. Okay, that's good. It's been sorted. Okay. Anybody else waiting? Just let me know. You can join that Skype bonus group and we will get to everybody. Even if there's a delay, guys, you will get your bonuses. It's been promised. Okay. So that's it for now. Thanks for coming in. Thanks.